McDonald's is bringing fresh beef to its quarter-pound burgers. I'll let you know when to expect your local McDonald's to carry the fresh beef. Plus, Pizza Hut brings back its pie-top sneakers for a second round. And are nacho fries sticking around permanently at Taco Bell? Let's get right into it. So last year, McDonald's announced that they were going to introduce fresh beef into the quarter-pound burgers at their restaurants this year, 2018. At that time, there weren't a lot of details. They just said it was going to be mid-2018 and almost all their restaurants. They didn't really give any indication as to what that meant. So this week, they clarified that with some statements that make things a lot clearer. So first of all, they said that the fresh beef is already available in 3,500 of their restaurants. So 3,500 equates to about a quarter because they have about 14,000 restaurants in the US. So there's actually a pretty good chance that your local McDonald's is already carrying the fresh beef in their restaurants. They named some major cities that are carrying the fresh beef. They said Atlanta, Charlotte, Memphis, Miami, Nashville, Orlando, Raleigh, and Salt Lake City are all cities that are currently carrying the fresh beef. Now, obviously, that's not a quarter of the country, so there's a lot of other locations that are also carrying the fresh beef right now. And I'd be curious to hear from you. If you live nearby one of these cities but not actually in it, are the restaurants in your neighborhood carrying the fresh beef already? Particularly, I'm interested in cities in Florida, because you see that there's two cities, Miami and Orlando, some of the bigger cities in Florida. So I'm curious, have they already rolled out the fresh beef in all of Florida? Or really just in those cities and maybe some surrounding areas? Let me know down below if you either live in one of those cities or nearby one of those cities, or maybe you live nowhere near one of those cities and your restaurant already has fresh beef. Let me know. So those restaurants have the fresh beef now. And then they've also detailed some of the next cities that are going to get it. The next cities, they said these are going to roll out over the next month. They include Denver, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle. So if, again, we see Los Angeles and San Francisco both in the state of California, I'd be curious, especially in Florida, if they've already rolled out the whole state of Florida, would they also be rolling out the whole state of California? Because I'm guessing that Los Angeles would automatically include all the greater Los Angeles area, like Riverside County, San Bernardino County, Orange County. But I'm curious, would it include San Diego? And then San Francisco, I'm assuming that it would include San Jose and the whole Bay Area. But is it going to include Sacramento? I'd be really curious to find out. But, so those cities are coming over the next month, which is March. That brings us to April. I would expect almost all of the rest of the country to get the fresh beef in their restaurants by the end of April, because they have officially announced that the rest of the country will have the fresh beef by early May. I'd be surprised if they didn't build in a week or two of cushion for themselves before they start their big advertising campaign. So they've already said that in early May, once the whole country has the fresh beef, that's when they're really going to hit us hard with commercials and advertising about the new rollout of the fresh beef. So I'd be surprised, this stuff all gets planned months and months in advance. I'd be surprised if they didn't build themselves at least a week or two of cushion before they start build up their commercial campaign. So again, about a quarter of the country already has the fresh beef. These cities here will get it sometime over the next month, and then I would expect everywhere else in the country to get it sometime in April. So by early May, we're all going to be able to sample this fresh beef in the McDonald's burgers, except if you're living in Hawaii or Alaska. So remember, the part of the announcement a year ago was that they were going to roll out the fresh beef to almost all their restaurants, and they didn't really tell us what that meant. But now they are telling us that it means it's not going to include Hawaii and it's not going to include Alaska. It's unfortunate for the people who live in those states, but they are pretty far away to be transporting beef that's not going to be frozen. So just a reminder, the fresh beef is only going to be used in burgers that use the quarter-pound patty at McDonald's. That basically includes the quarter pounder with cheese, double quarter pounder with cheese, and the signature crafted burgers at McDonald's. And speaking of the signature crafted burgers, they used this fresh beef announcement as an opportunity to introduce us also to the next signature crafted recipe, which is the garlic white cheddar burger. And it sounds really good. It has garlic aioli, crispy garlic chips, and white cheddar cheese. That actually sounds really nice. I will definitely, I'll probably try the quarter pounder with cheese just so I can compare the flavor of I know what the old quarter pounder with cheese tasted like, so just compare that to what the new patties are going to taste like. And then I gotta try this new garlic white cheddar signature recipe, and that sounds delicious. So next up, Pizza Hut is bringing back their pie top sneakers. If you don't remember, last year Pizza Hut introduced their pie tops, which are sneakers that had the ability, they had Bluetooth built into the sneaker, they had the ability to order a pizza with the press of a button. So this year they're bringing back a new and improved version. It's the Pie Tops 2. This time it's available in two colors, red and wheat. They're saying that the wheat is one of the most popular colors amongst sneaker collectors, and it also kind of fits in with the crust of a pizza. This year's Pie Tops can order pizza, and they can also pause live television. So they say that they've built-in functionality with cable providers to have basically one button on one of the sneakers will order you a pizza. The button on the opposite sneaker will pause your TV. So the idea there is that you can use one of your sneakers to order your pizza, and then when your pizza gets there, when it's at your door, you can use the other sneaker to pause the basketball game and go answer the door and get your pizza and not have to miss any of the game. So it's kind of clever that they tied that in there with ordering pizza from your home. This year they've also claimed that they have expanded the sizing for women and teenagers. So we don't really know what sizes the previous versions came in because they were basically just given away to members of the press and social influencers. They weren't available for sale anywhere. So this year they're increasing the sizes that are going to be available, and that's because this year they're going to be selling them. But don't pull your credit card out just yet because this whole thing, this is where they kind of lose me. They say they're going to be available for the first time online, but they're only making 50 pairs available. So 50 pairs, and if they're going to increase the sizes, this is one thing I don't get. If they're increasing the amount of sizes available, but there's only 50 total sneaker pairs, I mean, let's just say there's about 4 main sizes for men, 4 main sizes for women, and say 2 main sizes for teenagers. That's the total of 10 sizes. Does that mean they're only making 5 sizes? I mean, 5 pairs per size? That just doesn't make sense to me. But they are going to be selling them. They're going to be available on the website hbx.com, and they're going to go on sale March 19th. More details are forthcoming. But that's what's available right now. No word yet on pricing, but I can tell you that sneakers on that website, hbx.com, go for up to $1,400. And these sneakers are designed by someone called the Shoe Surgeon, which his shoes go for up to $3,500 per pair. So it's anyone's guess how much these Pizza Hut pie tops are gonna come in at, but they're really walking a fine line here with this promotion, and that's because if with only 50 pairs available, if you price them too low, then everybody's gonna want them, and you're gonna face a lot of backlash from a lot of people who wanted them but weren't able to get them. And then if you price them too high, you're going to face a lot of backlash from people just saying that you're greedy. And it's really, I really don't like the way that they are approaching these pie tops for sale. I think that there's a lot of other ways that they could have distributed these. For example, recently McDonald's did their contest to win the Bling Mac, which was a very expensive piece of jewelry, but they were giving it away basically. Another way they could have done it is put them up for auction and donate the proceeds to charity. So those are a couple of different ways that they could have distributed these shoes and probably not faced a lot of backlash. I really don't see how they're going to be able to sell these shoes without facing some kind of backlash. I think that the Pizza Hut marketing team, you know, they try to do good, but they probably have a limited budget, and that's probably what's holding them back from really doing some great things. Remember they had that Super Bowl contest where one of the teams would have to score a touchdown in the first 13 seconds of the game for them to pay out on the contest? And then now they have these sneakers, and I mean they could very well just buy the freaking sneakers and give them away. That's what kind of brings me to think that maybe they have sort of a low budget for these promotions, and this is kind of how they're getting around that. The public can pay you for them. So we'll see. Hopefully Pizza Hut can turn their sales around pretty soon and beef up their marketing team with some higher budget. Next, I gotta talk about all the rumors that are swirling around about Taco Bell's nacho fries. They introduced them earlier this year as what was supposed to be part of Experience 2, which was roughly the February promotion for Taco Bell. They got extended to Experience 3, which is sort of the March promotions for Taco Bell, and now the rumors are swirling that they're gonna be sticking around permanently. So this really gained traction on Reddit, where we've heard a few users say that they've heard from Taco Bell employees and Taco Bell management that the nacho fries are sticking around permanently. In fact, they covered this on the website livingmoss.com, where they acknowledged the Reddit posts, but then gave their own insight as to what they thought was going to happen. They thought that based on previous items that have started limited and become permanent, they are thinking that the nacho fries are going to go away temporarily and then come back at a later time as a permanent item with a higher price tag. Of course, the nacho fries are currently a steal at $1 for an order of fries and a cup of nacho cheese, so it's not surprising that they would want to raise the price on them. My own personal take is that the nacho fries will not go away. I foresee them sticking around permanently, and just the promotional price going away at the end of Experience 3, which will be about early part of April. I foresee that about the early part of April they'll say, hey, the nacho fries is here to stay. The nacho fries promotion is over. You can no longer get them for $1, but they're going to be available for $1.50 or $1.79. Really, I mean, I'd be interested to see what they go with here. And also be interesting to see if they make them available without that nacho cheese. So right now they're basically including that nacho cheese for free. When they actually have a permanent menu price for them, I would expect them not to include the nacho cheese in the lowest price fry order. I would say that they probably will offer the fries for $1.29 and then nacho fries with the nacho cup of cheese for $1.50. That's my best guess. Let me know what you think down below, and we'll see in about a month or so whether or not they'll be sticking around or going away. Sticking with Taco Bell, they've just done a full revamp of their website, refreshing everything on it, adding a bunch of new features. They've basically given it an overall cleaner look. They're saying they can have improved offers on there. You'll be able to now track your order. But then now what I find interesting is you're able to save your favorite items, which is pretty cool. A lot of other restaurants with apps and online orders and stuff let you save your favorite orders. But this is interesting because they're letting you save your favorite items. So if you typically customize your burritos or tacos, they're letting you save your customizations to your profile, and then when you want to order that item again, you just add that to cart. And you can actually name it. You can if you have a crunch wrap with no sour cream, you can name it the creamless crunch wrap. And it will save that as your item, and you can add that to your order anytime. And then the other cool part about this is they're actually going through people's fan creations and making them available for other people to order. So I don't know if you have to submit your creation or if just by using the website you're opening up your private orders to Taco Bell. But they're choosing some creations to be available as, not actual items, but actual things that you can order with the click of a button. So that's cool. I actually like that feature. I wish that more restaurants would let you save individual items instead of making you save the whole order. Because I don't usually order the same complete order every time, but I do typically order the same customized items. I'm going to leave you today with a public service announcement, and that's that March 20th is free ice cream cone day at Dairy Queen. Mark it on your calendars. I'll try to remind you as we get closer. This is the 4th year they're doing this. You can get a free ice cream cone at any Dairy Queen except shopping mall locations. I'm guessing they probably did make it available at shopping malls in the past and found that, hey, these people don't have to actually drive into our parking lot, get out of their car, and get in line for an ice cream cone. They're just walking by and they can get an ice cream cone. That's just way too easy. So no shopping mall DQs, giving away the free ice cream cones, but every other location will be. So mark it on your calendars and go get one. That'll do it for me. Now it's up to you to continue the conversation down below. Let me know what you think about any of the things that we talked about today. What about the fresh beef at McDonald's? Do you have it at your location? If so, what city do you live in? What do you think about these pie tops from Pizza Hut? Are you a shoe enthusiast where you really want to get one of these 50 pairs of shoes? Do you agree with me that it's really not the best way for them to go about distributing them? And what do you think about the nacho fries at Taco Bell? Do you have any inside information? Have you been told that they're going to be sticking around longer than April? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And you can check out some of my other videos right now.